To open our symposium, Mr. Masafumi Shukuri, Chairman of JITTI and the Japan International Transport and Tourism Research Institute, would like to make some remarks. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Shukuri.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Masafumi Shukuri, Chairman of Japan Transport and Tourism Research Institute, JTTRI, and the Japan International Transport and Tourism Institute, JITTI, USA. First, I would like to express my utmost appreciation to all of you who are attending this symposium in person, and to everyone who is joining us online as well. Second, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Shigeo Yamada, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to the United States of America, for joining us today, despite his tight schedule, playing a crucial role in Japan-US relations. Next, I would like to express my special thanks to the keynote speakers, His Excellency Mr. Kenichiro Sasae, President of the Japan Institute of International Affairs and former Ambassador of Japan to the United States, and Mr. Kurt Tong, Managing Partner at the Asia Group and former Deputy Chief of Mission and Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Tokyo. Next, the panel discussion 1 involves 4 experts from various establishments and entities, which have long devoted themselves in the promotion and development of people-to-people exchanges between Japan and the United States. Ms. Ricky Garrett, President and CEO of Sister Cities International. Mr. Frank Januzzi, President and CEO of the Maureen and Mike Mansfield Foundation. Ms. Kazuyo Kato, Executive Director of the Japan Center for International Exchange, USA. And Ms. Jessica Livingstone, Executive Director of the US JET Program Alumni Association. Next, panel discussion 2 involves agencies and organizations which endorse and drive international exchange between the 2 countries from the public sector. Mr. Peter Dodge, the Director of Public Affairs at Brand USA. Mr. Shigeki Murata, Commissioner of the Japan Tourism Agency at the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. Mr. Masatsugu Odaira, Minister of Public Affairs at the Embassy of Japan in the USA. And Ms. Jennifer Aginaga, Acting Deputy Assistant Secretary for Travel and Tourism and Acting Director of the National Travel and Tourism Office at the International Trade Administration of the U.S. Department of Commerce. I'm most grateful to all the panelists from the public and private sectors for joining us here from Japan and the United States. The panel discussion will be moderated by Ms. Akiko Doden, a famous Japanese journalist who is popular nationwide and currently working as a distinguished senior fellow at the Reischauer Center for East Asian Studies at Johns Hopkins University. Thank you very much. In March 2023, JITTI USA held the Japan-US International Exchange and Tourism Symposium here in Washington, D.C. We invited the experts from Japan and the US who are well-versed in Japan-US relations and international exchange, including tourism. We then tried to rebuild and strengthen exchange and tourism between the 2 countries in a multi-layered way, recognizing once again the significance of the Japan-US relationship in a post-pandemic era. Next came to the US-Japan tourism year from January 2024 to March 2025. It is noted that during the Japan-US summit meeting by Prime Minister Takaichi and President Trump last month, the two leaders affirmed their intention to jointly celebrate 250 years of American independence next year, and to further develop the friendship and people-to-people exchanges between Japan and the United States. 55 years ago, the Expo 1970 was held in Osaka. The greatest hit song in Japan then was the Expo theme song, Konnichiwa, meaning hello, whose short lyrics included Konnichiwa up to 35 times. I remember that most of the local Japanese people in those days did not directly come face to face with foreigners in their everyday life. This theme song simply and truly tells us such a fact. And now in 2025, when the Expo was held again in Osaka and the Kansai region, the inbound tourists went literally from coast to coast across Japan, not limited to the Expo site. The number of foreigners visiting Japan was only 800,000 in 1970. Now it has risen up to the level of 40 million, at most 50 times up. Regardless of sectors or class, the opportunities for the ordinary Japanese to experience foreign history and culture have increased steadily and dramatically beyond the language barrier or even beyond the deep divide of war and conflict. People naturally take international exchange for granted. The theme song for the Expo 2025, by the way, included the magical word Konnichiwa only 8 times. As you may all know, the United States will host large-scale events, one after another from now, including many games of the FIFA World Cup 2026 and the Los Angeles Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2028. Such mega events will undoubtedly expand the people-to-people exchanges, not only from Japan, but from all over the world to the US. Meanwhile, war, conflict, and terrorism can always be seen somewhere on earth, and geopolitical tensions have never been higher. We live dreadfully close to any number of crises which may threaten our peaceful physical and emotional exchanges, or even risk severing them eventually. It is in such a situation, I believe, that the expanded multi-layered people-to-people exchanges became more and more important as a critical element to creating a stable international society through fostering mutual understanding and trust, even beyond the development of the Japan-US relationship. I would be grateful in the panel if the panelists from the private and public sectors here with us today could honestly discuss, based on their own background and insight, the significance, issues, and outlook of the multi-layered international exchange between Japan and the United States, as well as current and future policies of tourism and culture, which entirely endorse the international exchange. In closing, I sincerely hope that the symposium will contribute to further promoting Japan-US international exchange in the future and serve as a cornerstone for realizing the vision of the free and open Indo-Pacific through cooperation with like-minded countries based on shared value and principles. Thank you very much.